So I have been telling my side of the story, not because I want to, but because I really don't have a choice at this point. It is spiraling out of control, and there are so many people on the internet that hate me based on things that are just not true. So what we're gonna give it, those of you that are new here, we'll give a little background. My ex-wife and I were a very popular interracial couple on the internet, and a lot of people looked up to us as couple goals, but there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that I've discussed in previous videos that ultimately made me have an emotional breakdown and publicly announced that I was going to leave her, because that was the only way I could truly ensure that I would leave and not come back. So for the next several months after that, she was actually actively trying to get back with me, and I'm going to prove that here. And I refused because I was done. And because she couldn't convince me to reconcile the marriage, she decided to take the route of, I'm going to destroy this man's life. Pretty much with the mentality of, I can't have him, nobody can, essentially. It wasn't too long after I first left her that she baked me a cake and tried to reconcile with me. And it was after several months of me refusing, she decided to start spreading lies on the internet. So I'm going to prove that today with evidence, not just my words. Okay? So those of you guys that don't know how divorce works here in America, at least here in California, I'm not sure how it is in other states, there needs to be a record-keeping system of your conversation so that there's proof that you sent a message, received the message, and the time, date stamp in which it was sent. It's called the Talking Parents app. It's a way so that courts can, so that the spouse can't say, I didn't see that message or I never received it. It is an application that you have on your phone that you have to pay for. It's like $10 a month, and it is a way to take out the ambiguousness of doctored text messages or anything else. So just so you guys see, this is the Talking Parents app. I'm not going to show you guys the entire thing. I'm just going to show you guys the relevant stuff. Okay? Okay, here we go. And I will post these pictures in the comments because I am tired of being harassed. This woman was trying to reconcile our marriage, and when I refused, she decided to destroy my life. This is on 8/16/2022. She's on the internet claiming that somehow she was paying my bills and everything else, and I did absolutely nothing for her, and she says, you were my destiny helper. Don't let the devil use you for something you're not. What she's talking about, the devil comment, is because I was concerned about her hitting June in the head with a stick. I blocked out the rest of the text to protect June's privacy on a certain issue. So there you have it, folks. You can see, those of you guys don't know, that's her real name. Her legal last name is still Dean. I would like her to change it, but that's her real name, Chukwufemnaya, not Korraa. That is her stage name. Okay? So that's message one. That was on 8/16/2022. I believe this is shortly after this, or at the same time. She's on the internet claiming abuse, claiming I hit her, claiming I kicked her out into the street when she was she was homeless with 2 kids on the street. She started emotionally manipulating you guys for stars, for money, for views. And unfortunately, just none of that is true. I am not the monster that she has dictated me out to be. I think that she's probably still in love with me, and she's trying to destroy my life so that no other woman would be interested in me. That's the only logical conclusion I could come to. But I was tired of the abuse. And truthfully being said, telling my story over the last week has been extremely emotionally exhausting, and it's made me relive the trauma. So it's been very emotionally taxing. I haven't been able to do as much work this week because talking about this stuff just makes me relive it. Okay, so that's the first one. Here's the second one. Many of you guys will remember this. I think this is when she went to Toronto. This is in 6/26, 2022. You can see we're sending videos of our daughters. She's sending me cute videos of I don't know, I'm assuming this is like videos or something of the kids. But anyways, many of you guys will remember she went to Toronto, I believe. I think that was that one. Yesterday I had the performance of my life and was presented an award, all of which I had no footage of. Not something that would have happened when you were around. I miss you in my life. So tragic we ended like this. I wish you all the best. And look at my response. I'm proud of you. Tragic and I'm sorry. Let's co-parent in peace. Okay? So she's actively saying she's missing me as she is tarnishing my reputation on the internet so that you guys will emotionally support her, send her donations of money, and culturally speaking, anytime a woman cries out about abuse and domestic violence, unanimously women supporting women, well, she has been lying to you. She has been emotionally manipulating all you women to come support her. At the same exact time, she's trying to emotionally manipulate me to reconcile the marriage. So there's emotional manipulation on both sides of the fence. So why is she missing me after a performance? That's because I was always there for her. I was her cheerleader. I was there for her day in and day out, filming, editing, the works, buying expensive equipment so she had the best stuff to use, the works. So, I mean, it's sad, really. It's sad that it's so easy for women these days to come out and say whatever they want without proof, and in fact, they're being proved to the contrary, and they can make money. They can build public sympathy, public empathy, and play the pity poor me card. But you guys are seeing it here. You guys are seeing it. These are court documents where she is actively saying she misses me, wants me back. She said that in person, not in the text, so I'm crystal clear. And being remorseful that I left her. But to you guys on the internet, she's spewing a completely different story. So I was an absolutely fantastic husband. I was there for her day in and day out, both emotionally, financially, and anything she needed. She wanted to go get a job with Uber, and I was like, why would you get a minimum wage job? Hustle on your content, and eventually you will start to make money. She never started making a dime from social media until about 3 months before I left her, which might have been the reason why I left her when I did, because she could finally support herself and she didn't need me. So, I mean, all of this stuff is just lies on the internet because everyone's going to come to a woman's side that says they're abused. But she's saying she's abused. I mean, that second text in 8, whatever it is, when she's calling me her destiny helper, this is the same time, roughly, that she's online trashing me and having her family trash me, when they all know the truth. The only reason our marriage lasted as long as it did is because their family was begging me not to leave her. So this is, I mean, how much more proof do you guys need of the lies? I never wanted to do this. I was going to let her run her victim story of lies and profit off of it. And as long as she left me alone, I was hunky-dory. Because at the end of the day, she was making money for the kids. But it's got to the point where this is starting to turn into now a terrorist organization, and it's surrounded by hate, and I want nothing to do with it. I've been trying to get away from it for 2 years, and it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And because I have been silent, because I've been trying to take the high road and do the right thing, it's just the narrative is just beyond control, and it's turning into something that it really doesn't need to be. But the more you talk trash about me, the more you lie on me, the more money you make. So, and that's just not for her, that's for the several bloggers under her. So you guys can continue to trash me, because you obviously will. Many of you are so warped in the mind that it doesn't matter what proof I show you. But anybody with a pulse most likely can spell, can see the writing on the wall.